Today, let us talk about way out of temptations, recognizing the core truth of who you are. If you're a Christian, from day one to this day, I want to say for my life or your life, we have heard about temptations and how we need to resist them. Born a Christian, you hear of temptations in life, whether you like it or not, because Jesus went through them, and Jesus did not fall for them, and Jesus came out successful. So here is your role model, and what can you do about temptations when you have them? Because Jesus is your role model. Can you do something about it? Because Jesus is your example. So Jesus, the Son of God, although man, succeeded not to fall into his temptations and came out with flying colors. He did not jump off the cliff. He did not fall on his face with fascination and desire to prove himself, and on and on. Sometimes I think this temptation stuff is so old, I don't want to think about it. I don't know if I can be like Jesus. Then I get depressed about it. That's the truth. I don't want to talk about temptation at all because I am full of them. I don't know if I can be like Jesus. It comes to me from nowhere. Even if I don't do anything to make it happen, they simply come and go. It's only after several years in monastic life I realized they are part of life, and don't fight them. It's only after being tempted by a million of them I realize the more I fight them, the more I am prone to their power. If I don't fight their arrival in my mind and their flowing out of me as it came, I know now I have a chance to win over them. Now, it is in this context of the temptation, expanding a little further, I want to talk about our scripture today, but to explain that I want to talk about a woman named Tina Seelig. She teaches entrepreneurship at Stanford. And Tina has studied luck and what makes some people luckier than others. Guy Raz is an NPR TED Talk interviewer, and he interviews Tina Seelig on the subject of luck, fortune, and chance. She responds to his question about luck. A lot of it has to do with taking tiny risks. It is getting out of your comfort zone. It is paying attention to things that other people don't pay attention to. It is talking to people where you are going to learn something new. It's learning something new each day. Reading a book, stretching yourself in different directions. Clearly, that process sets you up for seeing and then seizing those opportunities. Let's remember that. Key is you can't just see them. You have to see them and then do something about it. Here is where I want to bring in today's scripture. Rather than throwing a blanket of temptations over it, over 24 years in priestly ministry, I have found it is so true of spiritual life. We have to take tiny risks to make things happen in life. What that means is simply this: we have to listen to the tiny voice within that says, do not turn the rocks into bread right now, because it will cause you to do it again and again and again and lose the value of work in life. Work hard, build your physical, emotional, and spiritual health, strength with it. Give in to a little hunger. Take the risk. The next time when I'm in trouble, I will know then how to survive a famine, a food shortage, instead of going to pilfer from the neighboring store. Temptations are simply like this. It starts with a small little choice we have to take at the right time. Temptations in life are not humongous decisions. They are small ones to start with them, and eventually they become big. To lie about stealing a small candy cane is nothing for an adult, but the numbness that it creates in a child and in someone to lie about robbing a bank is not. But it started with this first little candy cane. Father Thomas Merton, in his book No Man is an Island, says, "The greatest temptations are not for those that solicit our consent to obvious sin, but those that offer us great evils, masking as the greatest goods." This is why paying attention to making careful choices of small things are so very important. Because the more often small things we are given to choose from are not negative ones, they are often positive things. As Bishop Fulton J. Sheen would say, why is it that any time we speak of temptation, we always speak of temptation as something that inclines us to do something wrong? We have more temptation to become good than we do to become bad. Every day, we are given an opportunity to help, to smile, to cheer, to appreciate, to encourage, and to build a life. These acts are often our choices in life. Not drinking, drugging, killing, stealing, and more. In this context, I want to talk about President Carter and for his principles. He builds small things every day, and that makes a world a better place, a beautiful place every day. Do not go into the politics of this man, and that's not where I'm going. But look at his face and see the smile that is from beyond this world. It changes people. Please do not tune me out that I said his name, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. Choosing small things for the wrong reason. Henry Nouwen, a 20th century writer and a priest, he says, "Success, popularity, and power can indeed present a great temptation, but their seductive quality often comes from the way they are part of the much larger temptation to self-rejection. When we have come to believe in the voices that call us worthless and unlovable, then success, popularity, and power are easily perceived as attractive solutions. Self-rejection is the greatest enemy of the spiritual life because it contradicts the sacred voice that calls us the beloved. Being the beloved constitutes the core truth of our existence." This is what this gospel is about. Is this about success, popularity, and power? In our context, is this about luck, fortune, and chance? We have a chance to succeed if we want to focus on the daily choices. We have a chance to succeed if we focus on the daily choices. We are lucky when we are popular after doing the right things in life. We sure have power when it is from knowledge, and absolutely not ignorance. So success, popularity, and power, the three themes of the Bible today, are deeply connected to luck, fortune, and chance, as Tina Seelig would say. Because you can be successful, popular, and powerful if you choose carefully the small choices you make. We have a chance for it. We are lucky when we succeed, and we will be popular for the right reason. Therefore, take calculated, careful risks. Because according to Terry Pratchett, in the book Good Omens, says, people couldn't become truly holy unless they also had the opportunity to be definitely wicked. People couldn't become truly holy unless they also had the opportunity to be definitely wicked. So to do this, we have to believe in the primary principle. Being the beloved constitutes the core truth of our existence. Only then we can choose the best, and they come in small small moments, calculated, taking careful risks. Therefore, being the beloved constitutes the core truth of our existence.